Morning manifestors, Meera Allen with your Manifesting Destiny moon update. This is not an ordinary moon update. This is a full lunar eclipse blood moon update, which is for the 3rd of March in 2026, and it is going to be in the sign of the Virgin Goddess in Virgo. Let's get into some of these times. So in universal time, the eclipse and the full moon will be at 12:37 p.m. on the 3rd. New York would be 6:37 a.m. Brisbane, Australia, 9:37 p.m. Sydney, Australia, 10:37 p.m. Iceland, where it will be seen from, 10:37 a.m. and Hawaii, 1:37 a.m. Look, there is a lot on the internet. I've just had a browse yesterday of what's going on with this blood moon, and some people are looking at it in a very sinister way. We have eclipses all the time. When we have an eclipse, and I've spoken about this in many of my previous videos if you want to look at any eclipse videos in the past, it's when there is light shown on the darkness, especially in a full moon lunar eclipse, when the sun is illuminating the face of the moon, but then the shadow of the earth is covering the face of that moon, and we clear away what needs to be cleared, and then we are re-illuminated. I really like to think of eclipses, especially full lunar eclipses, as almost like an emotional wipe clean. A great time to reflect back on the past and decide what it is that doesn't serve and that is not what we want to bring into a new earth, into a new wave of consciousness, and into a new way of being. A way that we can redefine our realities. And this channel is called Manifesting Destiny for a reason, because what we can do with our 5 senses is super important. And whether governments and politicians and world craziness, they don't want us to be in control of our 5 senses, of what we see, what we listen to, what we do, how we act, what we choose to eat, what we consume. We have the power. Yes, there is negativity in the world, and there is the Epstein files, and there are wars going on, and now this whole Israel and Iran thing, but this has all been going on for eons. The world has always got its darkness. But we mustn't focus on the dark if it is us that need to wipe the past clear. It is us that contribute to a creative consciousness, a critical mass of people, of energy, of light beings, of truth speakers, of people that are willing to put attention and energy on everything that is good on the earth, on the goodness of humanity. There is a majority of us that are not pedophiles. There is a majority of us that are wanting to see a better future. There is a majority of us that don't believe in the elites having all the money of the earth. There is a majority of us that believe in a far greater power than just our minds. Whether you want to call that God, whether you want to call that the universe, whether you want to call it love, whether you want to call it the quantum field, there are far more of us that are good, moral human beings, that are doing the right thing, that are living honestly in humanity, and that we are connected to nature, and that we are the ones that are going to be leading the future of where humanity is going to take us. There are more of us that want peace than want war. There are more of us that actually want to focus on the light, because what we focus on is always what expands. Who are the closest 5 people in your life? How do you spend your time, and what do you think about? What do you speak about with your closest kin? How do you tend to nature, your trees, your gardens, your flowers? How do you commune with the ocean, the waters, the earth? How do you honor the fire of the sun and the masculine, the healthy masculine? How do you honor the moon, the softness, the feminine, the grandmother, the wisdom, and the cooling of the divine feminine? How do we actually tune into what Mother Nature has intended? How do we wipe clear negativity of the past inner dialogue, mental mayhem, too much doom scrolling on phones or whatever, watching the news and watching the mayhem. Instead, what are you empowered to actually change? How can you be sovereign and put your money into things that are actually more valuable for you? Buy local foods, start to support your local farmers, make the changes inside your own being, spend the time in meditation, write your gratitude list, eat the foods that are whole foods, listen to music that uplifts you. Start to become the creative contribution to humanity that is missing. Get into the details of your habits. Virgo is about details. She's an earth sign. She's very particular. Be particular about who you hang around with, who you share your energy with, what you choose to eat, what you choose to listen to, what air you choose to breathe, how you communicate with nature, and how you communicate with the self. How you start to choose what you look and listen to, because that is what is going to collectively change the consciousness of humanity. And this eclipse can wipe out all this negativity and scum and heaviness that we're putting our attention and energy toward. It is now the time for us as individuals that have a moral compass to bring some light, some love, some goodness, and bring the pendulum back to what we want to focus on and the world that we wish to create. It doesn't need to be this just dystopian view of the world. It can be the utopian view of the world. Do our meditation, do the Joe Dispenza work, do the intention settings to wish humanity to be in a better place. And we can raise the frequency of this very dark world at the moment to something that can be beautiful. We need to be the part of an individual that creates the collective. So remember, it's the devil's in the details right now. The truth is all going to come up. It's already being unraveled. Hollywood and Israel and all these things that are being funded and all that political junk will always be happening. But the sun will rise every morning and we get a chance to illuminate what it is. We want to share our energy, our time, our ears, our sight, our love, our focus, and illuminate that. Our moon is there with our waters and our emotional body, governing and regulating the rhythms of our earth. Every new moon planting those seeds of intention, every full moon harvesting that and letting the masculine and the feminine come together in harmony in the world, not in chaos. Bring the people around you that bring you the greatest harmony. Bring the conversations around you that inspire others and inspire love instead of fear. This is the real test, this blood moon. Do we fall into the category of fear or do we fall into the category of love? Choose the presence, be here and now, and start to decide what it is that you want to wipe away and what new habits and the greater Virgo details of that earthy practical self that you want to call in. And then, of course, we've got the opposition of the sun in Pisces, which is asking us to go into our intuitive self, our godlike self, our meditative self, our intuitive waters. The most evolved sign of the zodiac in the depths of that sensitivity is that water sign of Pisces. We're in Pisces season now. It's time for us to connect to our inner waters, our inner meditation, and our inner spiritual guidance of the ether. But put that into this Virgo blood moon with the earthy practical details that Virgo is calling for in that virgin goddess of herself. My name is Meera Allen. I hope you enjoy these moon updates and I will catch you on the new moon. Namaste and happy blood moon wherever you are.